This is KOAA News 5 Special Edition.
Welcome and thank you for joining us for this special edition of News 5. I'm Dante Williams. Before we bring in the new year, we want to take a look at some of the best sports moments and stories that graced us in 2025. To start the year, CSU Pueblo's basketball star Alicia Little was honored as the 2024 Colorado Collegiate Women's Athlete of the Year by the Colorado Sports Hall of Fame. I spoke with her about her accomplishments both on and off the court. As a sophomore at Northern Colorado, you were the Big Sky Conference MVP. But then a year later, you're suiting up here for CSUP. Why leave a Division I program to come here to a Division II?
Yeah, I think it was a lot of that decision went into just trying to find a family that I wanted to be a part of. I met a lot of great people at UNC, and obviously I was able to accomplish a lot there, but I still felt like something was missing. So I was kind of looking for something that I didn't have there. And
you also left to pursue a nursing career as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's something that I've always wanted since like elementary school. It's always been a dream of mine, and I just wasn't able to do both there, since I would say it was more so like athlete-student than student-athlete. And so I was honestly ready to give up the athletics altogether just to be able to pursue that. So being able to come here and do both has been a huge blessing.
When you get here, you have an incredible first year, you dominate the conference, and you get ready to do it for a second year in a row, but you find out that you're pregnant. What's going through your mind at that time?
I think the biggest thing was fear of letting people down. We had talked with that senior group about all the things we wanted to accomplish in that upcoming year, and just knowing that I wasn't going to be a part of that, that was hard. And then obviously I was scared because I was 21, didn't know what I was doing, and there's a lot that goes into being a mother that I had to learn and figure out, so yeah.
During that time, did you ever feel like your college basketball career was going to be over after that? Did you ever think you would come back?
There were times where I wasn't sure, but I think with the support system that I had, like everybody was in my ear, making sure that I still felt uplifted, making sure that I still felt like I was a part of this team. I was here at practice, waddling around. For a while, I was still practicing with them until they made me stop. So I think that having this team and having my family to support me definitely helped me with coming back.
Now, coming back the year after having Genesis, what was it like getting back into basketball shape? Because you had an incredible year. You came back, you played 33 minutes a game, got Defensive Player of the Year, you were named an All-American, led the conference in 5 categories, and set 5 single-season school records. How?
I think it really just goes back to the support. Like I said, the coaches, they were pushing me, my parents were pushing me, my husband. I just have so much support around here, even like the PAC community, everybody's telling me that I can do it. And just trying to put my head down and work each and every day, especially having Genesis now. You know, she's just that extra level of motivation, and just looking at her, knowing that she's gonna be able to look back and see, wow, like my mom did this, you know, that just definitely gives me that extra push.
Now in your final year of playing basketball, what is it like, you know, to be able to dominate on the court and then to look out into the stands and see Genesis cheering you on, clapping and screaming for you?
It means the world. Like, I hear her all the time. I hear her during my free throws, you know, and just being able to look up there and see her smile, it helps me focus sometimes, you know, because with the game, you never know what's going to happen. It's so up and down, but just being able to refocus and know what the ultimate goal is and why we're doing it, you know, that helps a lot.
Another CSUP student athlete, Jace Trujillo, shared her story with us. She's a Pueblo native who never backs down from a challenge. And though she's faced change and adversity, it was her courage that triumphed over everything. Jace Trujillo.
Nope, that's going down.
A senior at CSU Pueblo, showing that an old Thunderwolf can learn new tricks.
I let that go. Understanding and coming to Javelin gave me a chance to fail at something new. It's okay to be bad at it. And understand that, like, you can just do this. Like, at the end of the day, you really can.
This comes after being a softball player for the last 4 years.
I had done softball my entire life, and that was the story I was told. Like, if you're not, like, this was your identity.
But her identity is much more than a dual sport athlete. Jace is a 3+2 student, meaning that she will graduate with both her bachelor's and master's degrees in business marketing. Can you just tell me what you're seeking out of the degree that you're going for?
Kind of get into everything, like dabble into little different types of businesses and kind of see what they're about, learn along the way, and then continue to kind of grow and see where I can end up in.
But she's already got a head start investing into an old bakery.
About 3 or 4 months ago now, I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw that the listing had posted, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I was like, how do I actually buy this? And it's like $35,000 for sale or whatever the price was at the time. And I was like, these thousands of dollars. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to do this. Because slowly, this is a lot to take in.
That investment helped revive Hopscotch Bakery, a staple in the Pueblo community.
Everything's the same. We brought back all the old recipes, and it's kind of been a business venture from there. It's been just a journey.
With her education and her business experience, she hopes to elevate other businesses in Pueblo.
I'd like to continue to buy mom and pop shops and start trying to learn how to flip them and learn how to franchise, learning how to kind of develop in that entrepreneurial sense.
Amongst all things that she has going on, Jace is also training for an MMA fight. She says that fighting has always been in her blood, but a traumatic event motivated her to take it more seriously.
I was battling a lot of things with that, and so trying to figure out my independence again, trying to figure out who I am, and like, can I protect myself? And it was a really scary thought to think that I went through something so traumatic and I didn't have a light, and I really lost my power.
Jace is hoping that her story of ambition and overcoming adversity can inspire others.
Just because it's not common doesn't mean that it's not real, and doesn't mean it can't happen for you. I wake up and do the same things and make the same mistakes like everybody else does. There's no reason that you can't do it too.
Still to come, a Pine Creek softball player made her college decision choosing a specific school so she could play in honor of a family member. Welcome back to this special edition of News 5. A Village High School senior left it all on the mat as she rounded out her gymnastics career competing for the Palmer Ridge Bears. Caitlin MacArthur had been competing in gymnastics for 14 years, and she saw a lot of success in that time, but she also had some tough battles along the way.
My freshman year, I had a neck injury and a spinal cord injury, and that took me out of club gymnastics, unfortunately. I was in a neck brace for a while, and I don't know, it was obviously a huge setback, and it really just changed the direction of my life.
But Caitlin came back stronger, finishing as a state vault and floor champion while also helping the Bears to a team title in 2023.
Just being able to get back up there and having to really relearn how your mind responds to doing these big skills and throwing these big skills, I think was the hardest part. Because obviously the physical part can come back through strength and conditioning, but I think training the mind to be able to trust yourself again is super hard, but I was able to do it for the most part.
And competing for her high school has helped ease the pressure that she feels during club gymnastics.
I think in club gymnastics too, it's hard to be able to find the line between fun and like that's your job. And so I think high school gymnastics has created such a good environment where I can just go and participate and have so much fun. And I go into every meet with my one goal of just doing my best and having fun. And even if I don't perform the way I wanted to, as long as I have fun with my team and my coaches, it was all worth it.
As she prepares to finish her senior year and end her gymnastics career, Caitlin reflects on the last 4 years.
Obviously, I'm proud of all my accomplishments, but really being able to wake up every morning and still love the sport, I think that's so important. And I'm really happy I do.
Pine Creek senior softball player Mackenzie Eberly opened the eyes of numerous college coaches this year, and she received multiple scholarship offers because of it. But when it came time to make her decision, the choice was easy. It had less to do with softball and more to do with the family connection. Mackenzie Eberly will play for Truett-McConnell University, a private Baptist college in Georgia.
I really like the competition down south, and I always wanted to be a part of that. I never really knew if I'd get that opportunity, so once I got it, I thought that was awesome. But comparably to other schools, I think that Truett has a really competitive program, and I love to be a part of that. I want to be a part of a winning squad, and I want to feel that pressure.
She also committed to TMU, following in the footsteps of her older cousin Reese, who played baseball there as a freshman.
I really looked up to him a lot growing up. He was my big cousin that I really looked at and wanted to be like him when I grew up, so it really is an honor to be able to be anything like him now.
But Reese's playing career at TMU had an unexpected ending.
After his freshman year, he got into a pretty gnarly car accident, and so After that tragedy, he couldn't walk, couldn't talk. He's now wheelchair bound, and the doctors gave him a pretty low survival rate. He's good today, but like I mentioned earlier, he is wheelchair bound. So it's a strong honor to be able to play through him when he can't anymore.
And simply playing at the next level is a dream come true for Mackenzie.
As a little girl, I always wanted to go and play with the big girls. So I thought it was really cool to be able to have that opportunity, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be able to do it through him in Christ.
After the break, a team reunites 50 years later as they get inducted into the Colorado Springs Sports Hall of Fame. Plus, the story of a Pueblo native that had his dreams come true after hearing his name called during the NFL draft. Welcome back. In 1975, the Mitchell football team defeated reigning state champions Kennedy High School to claim the Marauders' first ever state championship. It's a feat repeated only 2 other times in the school's history. 50 years later, the team reunited and relived that championship game as they were inducted into the Colorado Springs Sports Hall of Fame.
As a member of the coaching staff, we would like to congratulate the 1975 Mitchell State Football Championship team. We love you and Godspeed.
Once the clock hit all zeros, what was that feeling and emotion like for you guys once you had finally done it?
Crowd rushing us.
It was pure joy.
Yes.
And like Rick had said earlier, you know, we played in one of the coldest state football games ever. 17 degrees that day and blowing wind and sleet.
Nobody was cold.
But we never felt it. You know, we were on a high, and
We finished.
we finished.
We finished it and made it work.
Mitchell won the title game 9-0.
We were on a mission, and it was like we scored really quickly too, and it was on the ground, if I recall. And then everything tightened up after that.
The reason we won is we were a team. We were a very cohesive team. We all got along. We played together. We fought together in the trenches. We fought together every day at practice.
We were actually a small team, very small team, but very quick and we had a lot of tenacity about us. And I think that determination of trying to prove ourselves all the time was something that we had to do weekly. And I think that's a big motivation in itself.
We were small.
Yeah, we were small then.
In 1975.
For you to come back now all together, especially for something so special as being honored in the Hall of Fame, what does that mean to you guys now at this point in your lives?
No, it's an honor. It truly is.
I, for one, was very pleasantly surprised. And I think that 50 years is magical, and the fact that a lot of things on such an even year, but just to remember us from so long ago, to me, is honoring.
But the Hall of Fame was far from being the best part. Teammates searched for months to find as many players and coaches from the 1975 roster so they could all experience this honor together.
Just to call up people that you haven't talked to for a while. And
That's kind of the most exciting part for me, is just the reuniting with all the team. I mean, 50 years, that's a bit of a stretch of time.
It's been fun reconnecting and stuff. We had a dinner back in June, and there were 15 of us that showed up there. And the fact that we actually recognized each other 50 years later was pretty crazy.
Cheerleaders and other members of their senior class even reached out so they could support and reconnect with old friends. They even threw a party of their own the night before the ceremony. Congratulations to the 1975 Mitchell football state champions and now Hall of Famers. The pipeline from Pueblo High School graduates to the NFL had gone cold, with the most recent native being drafted in 1999. That is until this past spring when Pueblo East alum Kane Medrano received a call from the Washington Commanders.
I was flooded with emotions, right? It feels like I've never experienced the world lifted off your shoulders, and that was kind of like the one thing that I can experience. Like, I just felt a bunch of weight lifted off my shoulders.
Kane said he always thought making the NFL was a possibility, but switching to linebacker from wide receiver during his sophomore year of college turned possibility into reality.
I've gotten comfortable at a position that I've never played before. I've gotten back comfortable playing a game of football. this is possible. This is real life possible, and it's a real life situation now. And that's probably when I really realized, like, especially at linebacker, I can play in the NFL.
In Washington, Kane will be reunited with Ken Norton Jr., who serves as a linebacker coach for the Commanders, but he will also be learning from the defensive minds of future Hall of Famer Bobby Wagner and head coach Dan Quinn.
What more can you ask for, right? You, as a defensive guy, as a linebacker, I don't think you can really ask for much more to a better opportunity to go in there and just learn from the best. And I'm ready to take it all in, and I'm excited to get there, and I'm excited to, get in the room and just learn football and take the next step.
Being the first Pueblo native in decades to get drafted to the NFL, Kane says that he wants to inspire the next generation of athletes.
Pueblo isn't a hole. It isn't a black hole. It isn't a trap. You can get out of there, but you have to sacrifice and you have to put hard work into it in anything you do, whether that's football or whether that you get a corporate job and you're high up on the totem pole and you have to move, right? It's possible. You just have to sacrifice and work really, really hard. And, so I thank Pueblo for everything that they've done for me. And I'm continue to put on for my city. I'm going to continue to inspire kids from Pueblo that, it's not that black hole and that you can make it out of there.
Coming up on this special edition of News 5, the story of a Pueblo family that has left their mark on the Pueblo wrestling community and how wrestling has brought them all closer together. Plus, a wrestler out of Fowler who made Colorado history at the 2025 State Wrestling Tournament. All of that coming up after the break. Welcome back to this special edition of News 5. At the 2025 State Wrestling Tournament, the Pino family from Pueblo Central took the mat together for the final time. Before it started, they told me that wrestling is what holds them all together. Growing up, Kenna and Hinaro learned to appreciate having a 24/7 wrestling partner and developed an iron sharpens iron mentality.
It's really a blessing just having someone there to, like maybe she sees stuff I don't, or maybe she's like, you need to fix this stuff. And I'm all, you know what, you're right, because I didn't think about it that way. And she knows me more than anybody else. So it's good to hear it from her, and I take it more to heart when I hear it from her.
He knows what to tell me, like when I do something wrong or if I need to fix something or like do something else to better myself. It's very challenging practicing with him because he's so experienced. But it's a privilege to be able to practice with him so that way he can make me better.
While it's easy for them to coach each other, Kenny has to balance when to coach and when to just be a dad.
There's times where I have to step back and just applaud them and be happy that they're healthy and they're doing something that they put in a lot of work into, and just be happy and be a dad and sit back.
But for the Pino family, wrestling is much more than just a sport.
It's such a gift. Like, it's really brought us closer. It's helped us avenue difficult issues as well as a family, and figuring out, how to interact with each other with certain situations. So, it's brought us closer.
Hinaro won state his junior year, and Kenna became the first girl in the Pueblo area to reach 100 wins. Through all their accomplishments, the twins can't agree on who's the better wrestler.
She knows my weak points that nobody else does, so she definitely sometimes catches me and I just start break down.
There's no way, dude.
I'm serious.
I'll think that I'm like beating you, I'll have you on your back, and I blink, and then I'm on my back. It's never.
She's better.
No, it's him all the way.
When it comes time for the Pino family to move on from Central Wrestling, they hope to leave a legacy that goes beyond what they've done on the mat.
I hope they think of the work we put in to help this program, to help improve the school where we were at, to help people that needed help, and not just to become champions or to get trophies or medals, but to become better people. What we do outside of wrestling also reflects on helping people, and I think that's who we are not just as husband and wife, but as a family.
At that same state wrestling tournament, a senior from Fowler etched his name into the state's history books. Traven Sharon is now the state's 35th four-time champion.
We'd like to recognize Colorado's next four-time state champion from Fowler High School, Traven Sharon.
If you'd have told me that I'd have been a four-timer, I would have laughed. I never thought I'd have the chance, and then when I won my freshman year, it became a dream, and and having the opportunity to chase that dream all the way through this point has been an amazing experience.
In 1986, Brent Van Hee became the first 4-time champion out of Fowler. As Traven was inching closer to a four-peat, the Van Hee family helped him get there.
We've got some tradition there. You know, we've had one in the past, and I've got to spend a little bit of time with his dad Tom and coaching on me a little bit, and it's pretty cool to get to follow in his footsteps and do it again.
Traven will continue his wrestling career at the University of Wyoming, where he will also be competing in rodeo.
I grew up on a horse before I could walk. Shoot, I was on a horse before I put wrestling shoes on, and that's probably was my first love. I ride saddle bronc horses, and I'm super pumped that they're going to give me the opportunity to do both.
Thank you for joining us for this 2025 Sports Rewind. We look forward to telling Southern Colorado sports stories of 2026, including our Athletes of the Week. A reminder, you can nominate an Athlete of the Week in the new year. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to KOAA.com and use the search tool to find the Athlete of the Week nomination form. From myself and all of us here at News 5, we wish you a Happy New Year and a good night.